Welcome back to Saca Las Velitas podcast, episode 7. I'm right here with my co-host, who's also my sister,
Erica Tinez.
I hope everybody out there had a good Valentine's Day. Shout out to everybody who's been checking out the Valentine's Day episode. Everybody who left a comment. Everybody who gave us some feedback. Thank you guys all for checking it out. Thank you guys for reposting it on TikTok and on Instagram. Some of our shorts from that episode. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, hopefully you guys got your flowers.
And then also we had a pop-up this weekend, and a lot of people came up to us and they told us that they've been watching the episodes. So thank you guys. A lot of you were telling me that you guys saw the episode of my mom where she talks about Zamora, or of our mom when she talks about Zamora. And a lot of you have relatives around there that live around there, close to there. So that's pretty cool. You know, shout out to Zamora, shout out to Michoacan. Shout out to everybody who has family out there. A lot of people also told us that they like how we gave the history about Sacramento. Like a lot of the cool spots. Like people were like, oh, okay. When I saw the episode, it brought back so many memories because I had forgot about that.
Yeah, because there's a lot of gentrification. I don't know how to say the word, but there's a whole different buildings and stores. So like for us to be able to take people back, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's true. Because a lot of those buildings that we talked about, they're not there no more.
Non-existent.
We were supposed to have my nieces on here. It was supposed to be their introduction episode, but some stuff came up. We're gonna have them on the next episode for sure, though. But that pop-up was pretty cool. I'm glad that the weather was pretty good. It was cooperating this time.
Yeah, it was It was raining. We were having the whole thunderstorm that everybody suffered from in California. But luckily it stopped like a day before. And I think, didn't you sell out on candles, on the candles?
Yeah, because it was basically right before Valentine's Day, so all the little candles were gone. They were gone, which was pretty good. You know, shout out to everybody who came out. Shout out to everybody who always shows up at the pop-ups. So if you own a business in the Sacramento area and you want to sign up for local pop-ups to get like local customers around town, go ahead and follow our friend. We're gonna tag her right here, Polly. She organizes a lot of pop-up events around town. She helps small businesses. She helps local businesses, vendors. So it's a good way to promote your business. It's a good way to promote your products. It's a good way for your customers to meet you in person. A lot of times, you know, when you're a small business, we run everything online. So sometimes your local clients might want to meet up with you in person. They might have questions in person, stuff like that. So go ahead and add her right here. We're gonna tag her.
Shout out Polly, super super sweet.
Yes.
She does a lot for the community, so definitely someone to link up with, especially if you have a small business.
Yeah, so since my nieces couldn't be here today, which is her daughters, we ended up, we had to change up the show. We had to change up the episode a little bit. So what we did is we asked you guys to send in your questions. So we're going to go through some of those questions real quick.
So one of the first ones that I received, what is a movie or show that you recommend on Netflix?
You want to go first or you want me to go first?
I go first.
Okay, you go first.
A show that I recommend on Netflix is Peaky Blinders.
Oh, yes.
I will stand on that hill that Peaky Blinders is such a good... It's long. It's super entertaining. And it's something that you want to keep going back and like seeing, oh, hold on, I think I missed something and try. It's a super good show.
Yes, I agree. That's a good show. That's one of my favorites for sure.
Peaky Blinders.
Yeah, so you guys got to make sure you guys check it out if you guys haven't seen it yet.
Yes.
A lot of people use memes from that show or like, you know, pictures to make memes. So once you watch the show, you'll be like, oh, okay, so that's where that's from. Okay, I know. Oh, that's who that character was. Yeah. So like once you see like who Tommy Shelby is and all that, you're gonna be like, oh, okay. So I get it now.
And for the girls, it's a lot of eye candy.
Okay. So for me, I would say a show that I would recommend is Diablero. Diablero. It's a really good show. It has a lot to do with a lot of supernatural stuff. So of course, you know, I love supernatural stuff. So that's for sure. I would have also said Peaky Blinders, but you beat me to it. Yeah. But for sure, Diablero is a really good one, especially if you like supernatural stuff.
I haven't watched it, so I'm gonna put that on my list. Yeah. He recommends the best shows, but sometimes, you know, I'm working and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna watch it, and I end up forgetting about it. So I'm gonna have to add it on my list. Mm-hmm. Another question is, what would you do if you woke up one day and lost your memory?
Oh, damn. I forgot. No.
Good answer. Let me see. I feel like if I lost my memory, I would definitely feel like a lot of anxiety.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like I'm like, who am I? And Dude, that's even scary to think because stuff like that actually happens.
Yeah, it really does.
Like people get in accidents or for whatever reason, like they take drugs and then they forget their memory or who they are. It's like, imagine that el susto that you feel, or like the desperation to be like, what is going on? Like, is this real?
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know where or what to do.
The first thing I would do, if I woke up and I lost my memory, let me see how I have to think about this.
Maybe try to figure out who you are. Or if we have a phone, like it's something on us that like kind of identifies like who we are. Cause like our phone, like a lot of people have like Apple phones, or it has like our emergency contacts. So maybe I would look at that first.
Yeah.
But if I don't have that, then I feel like I'm kind of fucked.
Yeah.
But definitely look at anything that I have on me.
Yeah, true.
ID, keys, anything.
Yeah, true. I agree. So what I would do is, I would definitely for sure check from my phone, check from my, see if I have my wallet in my pocket, my ID. Besides that, I would try to find out if I could find out anyone who's related to me. Like I would try to look for some kind of family, see if somebody recognized me. I might even be related to a millionaire or something, so like So this one says, when did you first get into brujeria? So that's actually a good question. I got into it a long time ago, and then luckily, we were able to find the correct people to like mentor us and stuff like that. But yeah, so pretty much like long time ago.
As for me, when it comes down to brujeria, I kind of mis respetos, but it's something that other people might frown upon or whatever. But I respect it because I feel like you have to be in a really messed up situation for you to go to that. And I will never judge it. I will never sit here and speak negative about it because only that person knows what it took to get them to where they need that type of work.
Yeah.
And I will never judge because you never know, that could be you next.
Yep.
You could pray to whatever higher power that you believe in. You could do whatever it takes, manifest it, whatever. But I respect it. So I don't judge and I don't practice it, but I don't judge about it either. I'm all for it, if anything. And mind you, he doesn't know my questions and I don't know his questions.
Yeah.
So this is off. So forgive us if we're taking like a little longer to respond. But I'm going to go with another question. Who was your idol growing up?
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
I'll go first?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is going to sound super cliche, right? No, I'm just kidding. So my idol was definitely my sister was my idol. I wouldn't really go into it a lot, but I'm just going to say that every little sister is always going to look up to their older sister as for makeup, for hairstyles, for music taste, for all of that. So I feel like I'm like 10% of my sister, but definitely she was my idol. And outside of her, like in the celebrity world, I want to say, I feel like another idol that I would have growing up was Baby Bob.
Oh, yeah.
From Barney.
I know. Yeah,
she always had her little lashes done and her shoes, and she was always so cute. And I want to say that was my idol.
Yeah, that took me a minute. I was like, wait,
who's that?
Yeah. No, yeah, I do remember. Yeah, that's true. I remember when we were little, we used to stay watching her and Barney and all them.
Barney.
For the people that don't know who Baby Bop is, can you tell them?
Baby Bop is, I want to say, Barney's little sidekick or like friend in the group. I keep forgetting the other guy's name, but he was the one that had the hat and the skateboard, and he was like super cool. He almost reminds me of Bart Simpson.
Yeah.
But it was Barney, Baby Bop, and then somebody else. So Baby Bop is a girl, and I think she's the one that had like the lashes and, like I said, the heels, and she was always so classy, and I love her.
Yeah.
She was cool.
Yeah, that's a good one.
What about you?
So for me, I would have to say, because obviously, growing up, I used to watch a lot of action movies. So I'm going to have to say Sylvester Stallone. Okay. Back in the day, like all the Rocky movies, the Rambo movies, of course. He even did this movie called Cobra. That one was pretty good. A lot of people have never seen it. A lot of people don't really know about it. But that one's a really good movie. So for sure, I would say Sylvester Stallone for sure. So then the next one is, let me see. This question is for DZ Dolls. So DZ Dolls is the person who made us this right here. And he also made us this right here, which is the water tower, the City of Trees, Sacramento water tower. If you've been on I-5 right there by Metaview, by Pocket, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. That's a landmark here in town.
They did change the name to Fork or something like that, but us from Sacramento will always refer to as the city of trees.
Yeah.
Just to want to clarify that.
Yeah. Yeah. So ever since they changed it, nobody really embraces that name of the farm to fork. So we always try to put in city of trees whenever we can. Okay. So question for DZ Dolls. What is your next project? So, his next project is actually another Little Mr. E, the same size as this one, but it's actually going to be with a black hoodie. He's going to let us borrow it and take it to the pop-ups. So if it has a black hoodie and if it were to like fall or something, it's not going to get as dirty as the white one. But yeah, so that's his next project. It's going to be another giant Little Mr. E.
Okay, so another question that I got was, who is your favorite rapper or music person? It doesn't have to be rap, but it says artist.
Okay.
So, and why?
Yeah, damn, that's a good question too.
That's a good question. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, okay. I'll go first. So, as far as music goes, I'm gonna say a few, just because one of them we're related to. So as far as music goes, first I gotta say, of course, my brother, Sat God, affiliate. For those of you who don't know, our brother does music. So I would say he's one of my favorite music artists. And then another one, I would say Drake, mostly because he's a Scorpio. And I'm a Scorpio, he's a Scorpio. A lot of the stuff he says, a lot of people relate to it. But I relate more to it for the simple fact that I'm a Scorpio. Another celebrity or artist. He's not really in the music industry, but he's another fellow Scorpio. I would say Pete Davidson. One, because he's tall like me, and two, he's a Scorpio like me. So he's pretty funny like me. So I would say them two, them three right there. Just because I don't want to give like a typical cliche answer, right? What about you? What about three artists?
Okay, I'll do three. Okay, so obviously, yes, my brother, affiliate, Victor. We listen to his music all the time, not just to be biased, but I do genuinely listen to his music.
Yeah.
And then, of course, if you guys follow me on social media, you guys will see that I am a huge Nipsey Hussle fan.
Oh, yeah.
Nipsey Hussle from his first album to Victory Lap, when Nipsey Hussle is one.
Yeah.
My second favorite artist also comes from the same area where he's from, which is Jhené Aiko.
Oh, nice.
So she's a singer. She's like an R&B singer, but she also has a little bit of rap in her music.
Yeah.
So those two, other than my brother, will be my favorite artists.
Yeah, that's true. Because you're actually the one who put me on to Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah.
She's actually the one who put me on to Nipsey Hussle, and it was literally like right after you put me on to him. That's when everything happened.
Yeah.
So yeah. And then Jhené Aiko. Yeah, like I'm not even
try to pronounce her name.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce her name. But I've heard some of her songs. They're pretty cool too. They're pretty cool.
Yeah. Super toxic. If your girlfriend listens to Jhené Aiko, just know that she's super toxic.
Yeah. Guys, if your girlfriend listens to Jhené Aiko, most likely she'll be buying these right here. She'll be buying the love candle right
Facts.
here. Okay, so this one is also for DZ dolls. Mm-hmm. So how long does it take you to make a doll?
Good question.
Yeah, that is a good question. So usually it takes them, like say for example, this giant one right here took them about 3-4 days. And that's like working on it all day, nonstop, all day, every day for about 3-4 days. Something small like this took about a couple hours, like an hour or so, probably about an hour or two. Have you guys seen the little keychain ones that he has? Those are quick. Those take about a day or two also. And then the other ones, like his most popular one, they're like probably about like about this tall, probably like the size of the tall can right here. Those take about a week or two. Depends on what character it is. It takes about a week or two.
My turn.
Yeah.
Okay, so the other question that I received was, what is something that you like, but other people do not like?
Oh, okay.
So something that, and I'll go first with this one because this is going to be the debate, that it's always a debate. I like pineapple on my pizza. Okay, I'm going to just throw it out there. If you are a cook, if you are a chef, you understand the connection of pineapple on pizza. It takes the bitterness away from anyways, yes. That's something that I like. Okay,
for me, I would say beer, for two reasons. One, I like dark beer like Guinness, and it's very rare. Yeah, So we like dark beer. It's very rare that I meet people that actually like Guinness. Most people were like, "Oh, I don't like it. It tastes disgusting." And then another thing too, beer in general, because I remember growing up, all my friends drank beer. Like we all drink beer. Now, a lot of my friends and people that I know, they don't even drink at all. They just smoke. So I'm the only one that drinks. Period. Like I'm the only one that drinks. So I would say right now, probably just beer in general.
That is a valid answer.
Yeah.
Because he put me on drinking.
Yeah.
And the first beer that he had offered me was Guinness.
Yeah.
And because that was the first thing that I have tried, I love dark beer.
Yeah.
And when people find out that I like dark beer, they're like, "Bitch, you're tripping. Like, that's gross and it's bitter." But no, I like it. Okay, so I'll ask another one.
Okay.
I have a question saying, what are some things that both of you are working on to become better overall?
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a good question.
I feel like myself. I feel like I'm the best project to work on. I have been very consistent with going to the gym. Hence the salud,
nice.
energy and focus, and hydration and immunity. I am a huge fan of La Platica, thanks to my brother.
Yeah.
He put me on yet another podcast.
Yeah, shout out La Platica.
Shout out La Platica. And I finally purchased some of their product because, it's Josh Layla.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to try it. I've been dying to try it.
Yeah.
So they're doing a giveaway right now. That it's like 2 badminton tickets to LA and then a year supply of salud. So I bought it because I got a little discount code, and I can't wait to try it. Yeah. I'm gonna use this as a pre-workout. If you guys follow me on social media, you guys have seen that I've been super consistent with it since January, and I cannot wait. I have the Energy and Focus, and this is the Pepino Limon drink. And it only has 5 calories. So
nice.
That's pretty awesome. I also got the hydration and immunity in the same flavor, and that one only has 10 calories. And I have the strawberry watermelon, and that one is also for the energy and focus, I believe. Yeah. And that one is 5 calories. Nice. So I'm going to be using these two for pre-workout, and I'm going to use this one for just, for hydration.
Yeah, and that's actually it's actually hella funny because I was thinking of ordering some Salud products because I kind of been wanting to start getting into working out again. When I tell her, "Hey, I'm about to try out some Salud," she goes, "Oh, I just ordered some," and I was like, "What?"
Sure did.
So I'm probably gonna be stealing a little sample, but yeah, I've been wanting to try that for a minute though. So for sure. Definitely let us know how you feel like with the pre-workout one and all that.
I'll definitely do like an update on my Instagram, so please follow so you guys can get like a little review.
Yes.
Also, I want to shout out the group chat that I have because they also put me on there. I have a friend that's tried it before. Some said it was great and it really works, so I'm excited to try it out.
Cool, yeah, and also real quick before we forget, shout out the group chat. Shout out the group chat because they support so much. You guys support so much. I'm not in the group chat, but they support me so much with all my businesses, all of our businesses. You guys really come through. You guys, anytime I see a like or a comment, it's somebody from the group chat. You guys support to the fullest. You guys have, shouted us out. Mm-hmm. So really, thank you guys to everybody in the group chat.
So yeah, shout out to the group chat.
Yeah, no, really though, guys. Shout out to you guys, man, because you guys really do support. Like I said, anytime I see, even the comments on YouTube, it's usually somebody right away from the first few people. It's always somebody from the group chat. Yeah. So shout out the group chat.
Yeah. Shout
and especially the ones that were at the Brown Bag 100 episode, the ones that were there from the group chat, man, y'all are hella cool, man. Like for real, for real.
Super super grateful for you guys.
Yes. Yeah. So speaking of fitness, I've been trying to get back into it just because it's been a while since I worked out. Because with the podcast, with my other businesses and stuff, with the pop-ups, like it's been difficult. But for sure though, I definitely got to give you props though, because she literally goes to the gym every day, every single day. So that makes me just feel guilty for not going. But recently, I made up my mind. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start working out more. Maybe not super hardcore, but at least start working out a little more. I did cancel my membership though. But we have some equipment in the garage now. So I know that you already started using the equipment in the garage. So that's even motivated me even more to start working out. So I figured, you know what, I'm going to start again, just from home again, and then get back into it. That's why I got the weight loss candle right here. So I'm not necessarily trying to lose weight, but I'm trying to like maintain my weight and just trying to, just stay a little more fit, a little more active, just so that I don't get too tired when I'm like, at the pop-ups or like trying to set up the podcast. Like, for example, just even setting this up right here, I was already like, damn, I'm already out of breath. Like putting this light up, putting that light up, putting all that. So for sure, I definitely got to get back into it.
And just to keep in mind, like the weight loss candle is something that is, I feel like everybody should get it. And it's not just like he said to lose weight. It's for motivation. You see it, you take accountability.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like, oh, like, I don't want to do that. Like, it's not going to... Try it out, see, and it's like you're manifesting your workouts, and it's like post about it, shout yourself out about it. Even if you show up and just do 5 minutes, the hardest part is showing up. The hardest part is getting there. So shout yourself out, celebrate yourself, even if it's just 5 minutes of cardio, 5 minutes of weightlifting, whatever it is that you're doing at the gym. Give yourself credit, because a lot of people don't do it. And if you're working out at home, so you have kids, or you just don't want to go to the gym because you're shy or for whatever reason, still post it because it counts.
Yes, it really does. It really does. Because I swear, every time I see your post, it could be 5 a.m, it could be 2 a.m, it could be no matter the time. If I see she'll be at the gym and I'm like, like that right there made me want to, if I'm in the drive-thru, it made me select something healthier. If I'm about to, get a snack, I'm gonna still get the snack, but I'm gonna get the healthier snack. You know what I mean? So people seeing you post about it, you're gonna motivate them also.
Absolutely. And I feel like because, I don't have the image of like a toda mamada, toda freaking muscles and like 6-pack and all that, but I'm still very active in the gym. He's my brother. He will not let me lie. I am there every day. Calorie deficit diet, and I'm doing whatever I can to maintain or to be here longer for my kids. It doesn't always have to be like, oh, I'm just trying to be skinny mini. Like, I'm just trying to be healthy. And it's like, if I can motivate at least one person, like he said, he sees it and he wants to make better choices, then I'm gonna keep posting. And it's not to shove it in people's faces to be like, oh, look what I'm doing and I'm better than you. It's more so that if somebody just needs that one little motivation or little thing to make them be like, yep, I'm going to make a better choice today.
Yeah, that's true. For those of you guys that don't know, I live with my sister right here. So there's times where I see her coming home. So I see her getting home and I'm like, oh, you just got off work? She's like, no, I just came back from the gym. I got to get ready and then go to work. And I'm like, oh, damn. So she does all that. And she works the evening/night shift. So after she gets off of work, she still goes to the gym after that. So by the time she gets home in the morning, it's already like morning time. The sun's coming out. And I'm like, see, that right there, that motivates me. Like I said, that's why I started, I'm going to start with, and also another thing too, you're the one that started working out in the garage. So even just her working out in the garage, I'm like, you know what? Nah, I got to do something, man. I got to do something. So yeah, so that's really good, And the way that your posts motivate me, I'm sure they motivate somebody else out there too.
Hopefully. That's the whole objective here. Yes.
And then one more thing too about the weight loss candle. So the weight loss candle, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're trying to lose weight. You could even be trying to gain weight. Like if you're a bodybuilder, you're trying to get swole, you're trying to put on a couple pounds. You could use the weight loss to gain weight. It's just called the weight loss because that's what when people see that, they know what it's about. They know it's about fitness. They know it has to do with working out, the gym, all that. You still have to do the work, but it's gonna help you from the spiritual side of things. So say, whatever excuse you had to not go to the gym, now somehow that excuse is magically gone. Yeah. Right? The weight loss candle somehow magically removed the excuse out the way. Now you're able to make it to the gym.
Okay, so I have another question. I think this is a really good one. It says, what celebrity that you can bring back to life would you want to talk to and why?
That is a good one.
You can go first.
That is a good one. And that is, it could be an emotional one, but we're not going to go there today. We're not going to go there today. But
no cortavena vibes.
Yeah, no cortavena vibes today. We're just here trying to keep you guys entertained. That is a very good question. You want me to go first?
Yeah, you could go first.
Okay. This is going to sound cliche to a lot of people, but we have our reasons why. And I'm going to explain some of them. I'm not going to explain the whole thing, but some of them. I would say for sure Selena. For sure Selena. For the simple fact that without getting too much into it, our other sister, may she rest in peace. She was a huge Selena fan, and she looked like Selena, and she reminds, like anytime we see Selena, it reminds us of her. And that's all I'm gonna say about that because we're gonna keep it short.
Cute.
Cool. And then so what about you?
Honestly, yes, that would be my first pick. But since he picked it, I'm gonna go ahead and say Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Nipsey Hussle. It was between Nipsey and Tupac, right?
Yeah. That's another one. Yeah.
But then, hold on, I'm gonna take it back. Actually, Jenny Rivera.
Oh, dude, that's a mess.
There's so many.
Yeah,
you can't pick one.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna take my answer back. I love Nip and mis respetos, but I feel like Jenny Rivera.
Jenny Rivera for sure.
I want to know exactly what she was feeling.
Yes.
Who she was thinking about.
Yes.
When whatever happened to her happened.
Yes.
And those who know her story, I want to know what happened.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys watched I Love Jenny and Chiquis and Control and all that. So Jenny Rivera.
Yeah, and that's another show that she put me on was the Jenny Rivera show.
Yeah.
So real quick, I would also like to add to my answer.
Mm-hmm.
I would also add Tupac. I know that Tupac is like such a cliche answer, but the reason that I would also add Tupac to mine is because I was actually in high school when he dropped the All Eyes on Me album. So we literally went from like, oh, this new CD just came out, check it out. And that was back when you could order the CDs. You would get like 20 CDs and you got to buy 5 CDs within the next year. I forgot, like Columbia, something like that, right? So we literally went from like, oh, this new CD just dropped. Oh, check it out. And then, oh, guess what? He passed away. So it's like, what? So I remember all that when all that happened. So I would also add him to it for sure.
Yeah, Tupac for sure.
Yeah. And
especially because he was so like, obviously he was iconic, but like he had so much left to say after whatever happened with him and Biggie and like all the conflict. Like, I want to know what's up.
Yeah. Yeah. And then also besides that, it's like when you think about he was only 25 when he passed, that just makes you realize like, wow, like he had such a great life in such a short amount of time,
25. I'm old as fuck. But, and he accomplished so much within those 25 years of life.
Yeah.
That's iconic.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but it's like, that was a tough question because it's like, man, there's so
many.
Yeah. But for sure, but I definitely agree with your answers though, because yeah.
And it's funny because like he chose Selena, right? And like my older sister really looks like her. Like those who know. Yeah. And then Jenny Rivera, my mom looks like her.
Yeah, she looks like her mom.
So it's crazy. But so I think that's my pick.
Okay, so this one is not a question. This person said no questions. This person says she doesn't have a question. Just keep doing your thing. So for us to keep doing our thing. Thank you so much. We shout out. We appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for subscribing to the YouTube. Thank you for adding us on, the TikTok, the Instagram, all that. Thank you for, telling your friends about it. Thank you for telling your coworkers about it. Shout out to you. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
And like with that being said, I got my first critique.
What? Oh,
and
man.
I was so thankful for it.
Oh.
Because of who it came from.
Yeah.
Always Show Love has been one of his clients for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
I have met her at the vendor pop-up, and we got to experience a concert the same day here in Sacramento.
Mm-hmm.
But she gave me a little critique, and I took it as like, heck yes.
Yeah.
So if you have watched the previous episodes, I'm sure you would notice that I would always say, yeah, okay, like while he was talking, because I felt like I needed to have a little bit of dialogue so I won't stay quiet. And she was like, hey, I don't know if I was high or something, but like I feel like you just kept saying like, yeah, and oh yeah. So I'm trying very hard not to say those words. But if you go to the previous episodes, take a shot every time you hear me say, yeah.
Like Usher.
It's a little game. And I appreciate her so much because it made me go back to watch it. And I'm like, you know what? For people that are just listening and not watching it, it's going to be a little annoying.
Yep. And that's true. Thank you so much. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the feedback because we appreciate that. Because it could be something that we don't notice. For example, right? Like me saying right now. because it could be something that we don't notice, and then we're on here in front of the camera, in front of the lights. We're not thinking, and then we're just like, okay, let's get this out. So for all the feedback that you guys give us, we appreciate it. We appreciate it. Like, we're learning from it.
And we take it in and we try to fix it because we're a work in progress. We're new to this.
Yes.
And a little self-conscious, but I appreciate good feedback and critiques because it helps us better ourselves,
It really does. Yeah, it really does. So we appreciate all of you.
Okay. So with another question that was written to me on my IG is, have you ever experienced a Mandela effect?
Oh, that's a good one.
And for those of you who do not know what a Mandela effect is something that you remember that you've witnessed, experienced, or read, or tasted, or whatever, and it doesn't exist. Mm-hmm. For example, a lot of people witnessed a funeral for Nelson Mandela, and they remember the cars and the whole live viewing of his funeral, and a lot of people are like, that never existed. Yeah. So that's why they called it the Mandela effect, because a lot of people remember watching it and seeing it on live TV, and a lot of people are like, nope, that never happened. So anyways, that's what the Mandela effect, and I have experienced the Mandela effect. So I have witnessed it here in the house. Oh. And it has to do with, I moved back to my mom's house, and 2 years ago, and she bought me a blanket. I love pandas. Fun fact, I love pandas. She bought me a blanket that had 3 pandas on it. Mm-hmm. It was a mama panda, a medium panda, and a baby panda. Only 3 pandas on that blanket. And I remember putting it out, and she got it from the flea market, and I was like, oh, look, it's me, Selena, and Evelyn, my daughters. And I put it on my bed, and I left it at that, right? Mm-hmm. So 2 years go by. 1 year goes by. Last year on New Year's here in Sacramento, we had a horrible storm. Yeah. And our lights went out. It was literally New Year's. We were sitting here with candles lit and lights, flashlights and stuff. And I go grab a blanket, and I'm looking at the blanket, and I'm like, why is there more than 3 pandas on this blanket that my mom got me a year ago? And my daughters are like, what the heck? It was only 3. It was only 3. And I kid you not, there was 8 pandas on that blanket. Yeah. I'm going to try to take a picture of it, because ever since that happened, I don't like using that blanket no more. Yeah. I feel like something in the universe happened where it switched out the blankets and made the 3 pandas into 7. Yeah. And I can't explain what happened. Nobody else in the house has a similar blanket. Nobody else likes pandas like I do. So it's not like it got switched in the laundry or anything like that. Yeah. So I could not understand where this blanket came from. Yeah. That's and my daughters are my witnesses. It was only 3 pandas.
Yeah, because I remember she asked me, you asked me if I had took a blanket, right? Mm-hmm. And I was like, nah, I didn't take the blanket. So then she explained that whole situation, and I was like, oh, that is pretty weird. But that's true. Nobody else in the family has, panda stuff other than her. If we see panda stuff, we know it's hers or my niece's, but usually hers. But yeah, that's true.
Have you experienced any Mandela effect?
The whole Mandela effect thing, she also put me onto that. You're the one that put me onto that a long time ago. Well, there's a lot, but I would for sure have to say the whole Berenstein Bears thing, because I remember having those books. I remember checking them out of the library. I remember having them at the house. I remember reading them in class, all that. And then all of a sudden, years later, as an adult, I hear that the spelling was wrong, and I'm like, okay, I do remember that old spelling, but then it's like, so I experienced it with the whole Berenstein Bears part.
Dude, that's so crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the Monopoly one is another one that is super popular. Like, when you think of the Monopoly game, you think of the little rich guy with the monocle, right? It has the little monocle. Yeah. That never existed.
What?
If you Google it right now, the little monocle that he has on his eye, it was never there.
What? Because, that's how I remember it. That's how I remember it. I remember the monocle, yeah.
So, I guess that kind of, or that image never existed. He has never had a monocle before. Dang. And I know for a fact that he had a monocle.
Yeah. Me too. That's what I remember. I remember the monocle.
It's a whole bunch of different Mandela effects that it's trippy. It's super trippy.
Yeah. It really is, especially when you realize it. And even like for a lot of people that have experienced it, it was part of their childhood. So they grow up looking at it like, wait, how are you gonna tell me that? I don't know what I saw, or I don't know what I read, you know? So that's a trip, man. That's a trip. Okay, cool. So another question that I got. When are we gonna see little scorpions? So I guess that one's for me.
Side note, little scorpions mean him having babies.
Yeah. I have mixed feelings about that. One, which we will talk about on another episode, which was we grew up with foster kids in our home. So that's a whole another episode. We're going to say that for a whole another episode. That's one of the many reasons why I don't really want my own children. But also another thing too, I'm running 3 businesses. So to me, it's like, as long as those businesses are not where I want them to be at, then I'm not ready to have a mini scorpion. Yeah, so pretty much either when my business blow up or when I hit the lottery, pretty much.
Which I totally agree. I feel like he has so much potential in his businesses, and I believe in everything that he's doing, that I feel like because I am a mom and I'm a single mom, I feel like having a child, it's a lot of responsibility, and you have to take a lot of time out of your work life to attend to your kids.
Yeah.
And I feel like be selfish with it.
Yeah.
You know, he's a great person. He's awesome. He's a great deal. And I feel like with my girls, he is satisfied in that aspect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's true. Cause right now it's like, my 2 nieces already, they help me with, with the business. They help me a lot. So it's like, if I had a child, it's just going to slow me down at the moment. So right now, like for example, right now, if I wanted to spoil somebody, then it's gonna be my nieces. My nieces for sure are gonna get spoiled. So it's like, so right now, I would say like I'm just gonna wait till the businesses take off, pretty much, till the businesses take off.
Which is super valid.
Yeah,
I support it as much as I want to be a tia, like from my brother's side. I'm okay with waiting.
Yeah,
I am a-okay.
Okay, so another question that I got real quick is, when did you realize you were a brujo? So I realized I was a brujo pretty much at a very young age. I noticed, I would just know things without knowing. I don't want to get too much into it because right now there's a lot of cliche stuff that's going around the internet. So I don't want to get too much into that. But I'm gonna just say ever since I was little, I already knew. And then like I said earlier, the spirits led me to the right way to where the right people could mentor me. So, but yeah, pretty much I knew it at a very young age. And then, like I said, like when you know something already and you feel something already, like all it takes is time. Like the spirits know, okay, you're too young still. You're not gonna meet, your mentor or your person or whatever, whatever the situation is. You're not gonna meet them until a certain year or a certain time. Then that's when you're ready for that knowledge. But yeah, pretty much at a young age.
And just to be clear, I do want to clarify this. I am not a bruja. I do not do the work. I am his, almost want to say like assistant. I help him out in any way that I can. But a lot of people, when they come into our booth, they're always like, oh, who's the one that does tarot card readings? Or it's because people think that it's the girls doing it. But he is the one that does the dolls. He's the one that does the tarot card reading. He's the one that does the work. He blesses the candles. It's all him. I am just a bystander and I support him. So this whole thing is his. I
definitely plan to, obviously teach my sister and my nieces. I've taught them some stuff, but definitely, but yeah, it's hella funny how like when people come up to the booth, they like walk up to the booth and cause the business colors are pink. So like this pink right here, right? So yeah, exactly like that. So, they walk up to the booth and then, she knows enough, but then they're thinking like, she's like, oh, you know what? He's the one that does the readings, or he's the one that blessed the candle or whatever. So then they're like, oh, okay. Oh, so they're pretty shocked because they're not expecting like me. They're not expecting me. So that's kind of funny to see sometimes at the pop-ups.
Yeah, it's pretty funny because like he does these dolls, correct? Like DZ Dolls is also Scorpion Tarot. It's also my brother Danny.
Yeah.
But they think that this is my work.
Yeah.
Because I'm the girl and I'm the one that's at home crocheting because But no, this is all him. Yeah. This is all him. This whole thing is him. And just want to clarify that because I do get a lot of DMs talking about like, oh, can you do a Olympia for me, or can you do? And I send them all back to him because this is all him.
And that is funny because even at the last pop up, a lot of people were showing up to the booth And they were like, hey, where's the dolls? And we're like, oh, we didn't bring them. Because, you know, this right here, if we were to drop this with all this white, oh, it would get messed up. But, yeah. So, but for those of you that have been asking about that, we are planning, like I said, we're planning on making another one. It'll be safe enough to where if we drop them, it'll be still good.
Yeah.
So shout out to our sponsor, Scorpion Tarot. He's the one that hooked us up with both of these candles right here. The weight loss, like I said, you know, we told him, hey, we're gonna talk about the gym, we're gonna talk about fitness and stuff like that. So he was like, hey, can you show off my candle, the weight loss candle on your next episode? We're like, yeah, for sure, man. Send it over. And then we also want to shout out DZ Dolls. He's the one again that made us this giant little Mr. E doll. He also made us this water tower right here, the City of Trees for Sacramento. For those of you that know, if you know, you know. And then also, if you would like to have your products featured on here, go ahead and message me at the Saca Las Velitas on IG or even on TikTok, and let me know. And then, you know, you can send your products over. We can have them right here on the table. We can have to do a shout out. Even if you're not a business owner, you want to shout out your girlfriend, boyfriend, cousin, brother, sister, neighbor, somebody you want to shout somebody out, let us know. Just message me on the Saca Las Velitas. Then we can make that happen. Again, you know, especially if you're like a local business, local vendor, anything like that, and you definitely want to shout out your products, let us know. All right, guys. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. That was episode 7 with my co-host, Erica. Make sure you guys tune in to the next episode. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, all that.
Leave comments, share, subscribe, anything. Any comment is welcome.
Yes. Peace.